Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever edition of Dr. Booze Reviews. I am Dr. Booze here today to compare a variety of different lagers, and I'm excited to finally get these out of my refrigerator. Long story short, for those of you that, probably none of you would know this, but my wife has been getting on to me because I'm somewhat of a collector of various boozes, whether it be beers, whiskeys, tequilas, things of that nature. And I'm very bad about leaving either the last can or the last little bit of booze in the bottle of liquor. And part of that is I want to share it with people. I like to have friends over and try different things. Well, obviously because of COVID and also the fact that we just simply don't have company over here as often as we really can. I've built up a large collection of a different variety of boozes. And so it's gotten to the point that there's so many that, I don't know if I'm still with you all. There we go. I digress. As I was saying, so since I can't have people over as quickly as I need to get rid of booze, I've decided to take the opportunity to share my booze with you all in the form of Dr. Booze Reviews. So without further ado, let's get into it. Our contenders today are Keeneland Spring Lager, a German lager actually done by Country Boy Brewing, a specialty you can get in Lexington, Kentucky. I think it's the only place you can get it. We have New Belgium Mountain Time Premium Lager. And then last but certainly not least, or so we will find out, Sweetwater Guide Beer, which is also a lager for our great outdoors. And let's start with that. So I'm going to open it up and kind of pour it in the glass here. I tried to get three similar glasses. I'm liking the color on that. It's kind of light, crisp. Looks like it would go down easy on a hot summer's day. Don't really get a lot of scent from it, but at 4% alcohol, I think this will be very strong, but we'll find out. And as I expected, very light, refreshing, not a whole lot of punch, but I'd say it's still not unflavorful. It definitely has a good little taste to it. It's just not very heavy, which actually, again, a great thing for a light summer day. You don't want anything heavy on your stomach. I think this would also go down with some good fried food, some hot wings, some French fries, a good burger, something like that. Let's take a little bit. Let's look at a little bit at the can and see what it says. 11% of profits support guides and protect our great outdoors. Guidebeer.com. So good to know that at least I guess I supported keeping our great outdoors looking good, I guess. There's a shot on the front. I like the little biker guy. It says the shot by Lee Cohen, and the paragraph it has right here says, guides are on the front line of the battle to protect our planet. They are nature's best stewards, teaching generations to love and care for the environment. Sweetwater dedicated 11% of guide beer profits to help guides overcome life-altering challenges and support our shared passion for protecting the outdoors. Inspired by Gabe Glosband and Switch Bakery Madness on the Thunder Mountain Trail in Red Canyon, Utah. Supports the U.S. Forestry Service and preserving natural trails. So that's pretty awesome. And I'll say the beer is pretty good to boot. You know, sometimes you have gimmicky beers that are done for a certain reason, and for whatever reason, they just aren't as good as the normal stuff that they have. And I'd say that one definitely holds up. Let's go now to the New Belgium Mountain Time. See how this one pours. Got my next glass here. It's like a similar color as the Guide beer. Let's kind of compare. The one on this one's the one I just poured, the Mountain Time, versus the Guide beer. And as you can see, very, very similar coloring. Still don't get much of a scent on this one. Again, very light, refreshing, but I dare say not as much flavor, at least depth of flavor, I feel like, compared to the Guide beer. Oddly enough, especially as imagine this one probably has a little bit, well, not too much higher of an ABV. This one's a 4.4% versus the Guide beer was just a 4%, but it doesn't have overly a lot of, depth of flavor, but I'd still say it would go good, again, on a hot day or with a good meal. Just doesn't quite have as much of a, I don't want to say bite because the first one really didn't. Just, again, it's depth of flavor. And, the only way I can describe it, really. But I still like it. It's still good. I'm going to revisit the first one just to make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, I think I definitely lean towards the guide beer on that one so far. And so last but not least, let's get to so we talked about specialty gimmick beers. So let's see how this one holds up. The Keeneland Spring Lager, a German lager by Country Boy Brewing. Oh, wait, I'd be remiss if I didn't read the can. I need to give them at least a fair shake. Cold and refreshing as snow melts in spring, Mountain Time Lager is brewed with only the finest ingredients by New Belgium Brewing, a certified B Corp and Colorado craft beer icon. Mountain Time Premium Lager. Oh, nice little gimmick there. I'd say not quite as I guess robust as the guide beer, but it's not essential for a good beer, obviously. So as I was saying, last but not least, let's go to the Keeneland Spring Lager. Now I know Country Boy does have another lager that they put out. I don't know if I've had it or not. I'm sure I have at some point, but we'll have to maybe compare it. Maybe if we establish a winner here, we'll have to go on and compare it with other lagers. So last but not least, this is the Keeneland Spring Lager, German lager. And again, very similar in, I'll try to hold all three up at the same time if I can and not spill it. Not really. Now this one, I'll say, looks a little maybe cloudier or hazier, as they might say. I'm going to give my computer a second here to catch up. I'd say this one's definitely a little hazier compared to the other ones, but still similar coloring. And I definitely get a little more smell. The first two really didn't have much of a smell. This one, I'm already getting very kind of a lemony citrus type of smell. It smells light and refreshing. We'll find out if it is. I like that one a lot. I'd say definitely has a bit more flavor compared to the Mountain Time. Again, not that the Mountain Time was bad. It just didn't have a lot going for it. So really it comes down to a battle, I feel like, of the guide beer and the spring lager. Now let's take a chance to look at the can. Brewed in celebration of the spring season at Keeneland. For the spring, blah, blah. Not really much else, but I do like the artwork on this showing, I guess, Keeneland, where one of our big racetracks here in Kentucky. And I love the artwork there. Does it say who did the art? If it does, I'd love to give them credit, but I don't see it. But that's okay. Brewed and canned by Country Boy Brewing in Georgetown, Kentucky. So it's going to come down to, I'm going to go ahead and declare Mountain Time. Again, not bad, but that's going to be our number 3 for today. Next up, it's either the guide beer or the Keeneland Spring Lager. Now, just to be fair, I'm going to go the opposite way and taste this one and that one. Then I'm pretty sure we might have a winner. Man, it's close. But at this time, I think on this particular day, and who knows, maybe my palate on a different day might be different, and it might have gone the other way, because this one was close, ladies and gentlemen. But I think I have to award the win today, believe it or not, and especially feel kind of bad because I know this will be hard to find for most people, but I got to say this Keeneland Spring Lager, the German lager by Country Boy Brewing, is our today's winner in our Battle of the Lagers. If you all enjoyed this, please like, comment, do all the things that you're supposed to do on social media, subscribe or whatever. I don't like smash that like button, but go get smashed. And then if you get around to it, then you can smash the like button. But if you enjoyed this, let me know. If you want to see any particular beers or boozes or whiskeys or anything else, then be sure to comment. And hopefully I will see you guys soon. Edition of Dr. Booze Reviews. See you next time.